Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll start the drive with a give to right. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see on. Lose yardage to start things out. Opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in their victory over the Tampa Bay Chargers.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It was the first 3rd down try in the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. A big play that time for Cleveland. 48 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now Lawrence. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Demetric Felton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week.
Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And taken right on the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence over the middle, complete. That's Ford. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Browns at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
First down, here's White. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're going to get him. He's saved back around the 28. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the goal was to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence to throw. Man open, here is Crowder. 30, the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll keep leaning on the run game. Back to the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. They go with White on the counter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting, but I guarantee you, Chronicles told him, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This complete to Langford. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. Mahomes now on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. 6, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. This time they stay on the ground. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away from the 10. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Well, it was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. They find some open field here. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They run straight ahead here with White. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Opting to run again here with White. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to claw one back. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first down, Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ford. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd and very short, Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
They go play fake. Mahomes.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Some more quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This take it in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway. meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at about the 1.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. That one caught by Felton. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that 1st down marker.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So the penalty there winds up on the offense. So obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Up the middle they go. Nicholas. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd and inches, Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches. Decided to try to pass it, and obviously did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the 1st down. I wonder if they
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block to have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They will run with White out of the shotgun, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be weird on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Browns, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.